Hello students, today I am with one new topic, understanding quadrilaterals. This is for class 8 basically, for CBSE syllabus. So let me discuss what are the points I am going to discuss in this video. Definition of simple closed curve. What is simple closed curve? I am going to discuss. Definition of polygon. Types of polygon. What are the different types of polygon? I am going to discuss. Types of quadrilaterals. Properties of quadrilaterals. So these are the points I am going to discuss in this video. So definition of simple closed curve. What is simple closed curve? I am going to discuss. Definition of polygons. It is different types of polygons. After the different types of quadrilaterals and their properties of different types of quadrilaterals. So let us start. So curve. What is curve? So the definition is draw a line not straight in your notebook without lifting the pencil from the paper. You may end up the drawing at random shape. Such shapes are called curve. So see, this is the figure. If you start here without lifting your pencil, if you draw any random shape, so this is known as curve. Now open curve. What is open curve? The curve that does not end at its starting point is called an open curve. Now see this. This is, if we consider this is starting point, this is ending point. So this is an open curve. Starting points and ending points are different. So the definition is the curve that does not end at its starting point. If we consider this is starting point and this is end point, so these 2 points are different, then this is known as closed curve, open curve. So this is another open curve. So this, if we consider this is starting point, this is end point. So this is another open curve. This is, if we consider this is starting point, this is ending point. Now closed curve, the curve that begins and ends at the same point. Now for open curve, starting point and ending points are different, but for closed curve, starting point and ending point same. So now see the figure. See here, there is no starting points and ending points. So if we consider this is a starting point, it's at the same point. So that's why this is closed curve. So now simple closed curve, a curve which does not intersect itself is called a simple closed curve. Now this is also a simple closed curve, it does not intersect within the curve. So now see, this is simple closed curve. So the curve is closed. Also simple means it does not intersect within the curve. This is another simple closed curve. Now this is another simple closed curve. So the curve should be simple and this is closed. And if does not intersect within this, then this is known as simple closed curve. So now polygon. What is polygon? A simple closed curve. So already we discussed what is simple curve and what is a closed curve. Now I am going to discuss what is polygon. A polygon is a simple closed curve made up of 3 or more line segments. So it should be entirely made up of line segments. Now for minimum number of line segments should be 3 or more. We cannot form a closed figure with less than 3 line segments. So it should be minimum 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, anything. So maximum whatever it may be. So a simple polygon, a simple closed curve made up of 3 or more line segments is called a polygon. These all are polygon. So it should be made up of line segments only. So now this is also polygon, 1, 2, 3, 4 line segments. So now this is also polygon. Now the difference of these 2 polygons, that is we'll discuss in types of polygon. So made up of line segments only. Now types of polygon. Here I am going to discuss what are the different types of polygons. So one is convex polygon and concave polygon. So now what is convex polygon? So now let me define convex polygon. The polygon in which each interior angle is less than 180 degree is called a convex polygon. So if we draw any polygon, polygon means it should be entirely made up of line segment in which each interior angle is less than 180 degree. Now see, this is a triangle. So polygon. So all the interior angles are less than 180 degree. So now this is another polygon. four line segments. So this is all interior angles are less than 180 degree. So now this is also another polygon. So all interior angles are less than 180 degree. This is also another polygon. All interior angles are less than 180 degree. So these all are convex polygon. Now whatever we are going to discuss, all are actually convex polygon. So now another type is there, that is concave polygon. Now what is concave polygon? The polygon in which at least one interior angle is more than 180 degree is called a concave polygon. At least one, it may be more than one also, but there should be at least. Now see this polygon. So this is made up of four line segment. So now this angle is more than 180 degree interior angle. So now see this polygon, this interior angle is more than 180 degree. So these are concave polygon. Now see this interior angle is more than 180 degree. So these all are concave polygon. Now see this figure. So this angle is more than 180 degree. Also this angle, interior angle, this interior angle. There are four interior angles whose measure is more than 180 degree. So these all are concave polygon. So till now we discussed about the types of polygon. That is, there are two types of polygon. One is convex polygon, another concave polygon. Convex polygons are those, that is, whose all the interior angles are less than 180 degree, and concave polygon are those in which at least one angle more than 180 degree. One angle means interior angle. We are talking about interior angle. This interior angle is more than 180 degree. This angle is also more than 180 degree. This angle is more than 180. Now in this figure there are four interior angles which are more than 180 degree. But this angle is less than 180 degree, no problem. At least one angle should be more than 180 degree. Then the polygon is known as concave polygon. So now we'll discuss interior and exterior points. So look this figure. This is one simple closed curve. So now there are some points, that is the point L, M, N are in the inside the curve. So these are known as interior points, and points A and B are outside the curve. So they are known as exterior points. And the point Z is on the boundary. So this is on the curve. There are three types of points. So or a curve, a simple closed curve divides the region into three parts. One is interior, exterior, and the boundary. So now see the different. Look at the closed curve shown alongside. The points L, M, and N lie in the interior, that is inside the curve. The points A and B lie in the exterior, outside the curve, and the point Z lies on the boundary of the curve. So inside, outside, and on the boundary, interior, exterior, and on the boundary of the curve. Now see this is figure. This is a polygon. So the points A, B, and C are in the interior of the curve, of the polygon, we can say. So these are interior points. Point P, Q, R the exterior points, and point X and Y on the boundary. So for the second figure, A, B, and C are the interior, and point P, Q, R the exterior, and points X and Y are on the curve. So in this way we can divide any region into three parts: interior, exterior, and on the curve. Now let us discuss what is regular and irregular polygon. Regular polygon. A polygon is said to be regular polygon if it is both equiangular and equilateral. Now mind these two words, equiangular and equilateral. What is equiangular? Equiangular, that is all angles are equal. All angle means all interior angles are equal angle. So and equal side, lateral means side, that is equilateral, equal sides. So a polygon is said to be regular polygon if it is both equiangular, that is all angles should be equal. If it is a triangle, all three angles should be same measurement, and all the sides should be same measurement. Now see, this is the triangle. Here all angles are equal measurement, and all the sides, if this side is 6 centimeter, this is also 6, this is also 6. So this is in an equilateral triangle, that is known as regular polygon. This is a square, so all angles are 90 degree and all sides are same measurement, equiangular, equilateral. So both the conditions should be satisfied. Now this is a pentagon. So this is regular pentagon. All angles should be same measurement and all sides should be same measurement. So then only these are regular polygon. Now this is hexagon, regular hexagon. all angle looks equal and all sides equal measurement. So in this way we can define the polygon more than 6 sides, 7 sides, 8 sides, that is regular and irregular. If all sides and all interior angles are same, then the polygon is known as regular polygon. So now what is irregular polygon? A polygon is not regular is said to be irregular. If the condition of regularity is not satisfied, then this is known as irregular polygon. So if all angles are not same, at least one angles are different, then the polygon is irregular. All the sides are not same measurement, then also it is known as irregular polygon. Now see, this is a triangle, this is a right angle triangle. Now whatever the measurement of the other angles, no matter. So since this is 90 degree, other angles are not equal to 90 degree. So this is a irregular triangle. So now this is a parallelogram actually. So this angle and this angle are equal. Similarly this angle and this angle are equal, but all the angles are not equal and all the sides also not equal. Now see, this is a rectangle. Here one condition is satisfied, equiangular, all angle 90 degree, but all sides are not equal. Opposite sides are equal, this side equal to this side equal to this side, but all the sides are not equal. Now this is a rhombus. Here one condition satisfied, equilateral, all sides are equal but all angles are not equal. There are two types of angle, this angle equal to this angle, same measurement. Similarly this angle and this angle also same measurement. So this figure satisfied one condition and this figure also satisfied one condition, but they are not regular since both the conditions are not satisfied. This is equiangular but not equilateral, and this is equilateral but not equiangular. That's why this all the figures are irregular polygon. Now here also all sides are different measurement. Maybe this side equal to this side, but all are not same measurement. So and all angles are different. Maybe this angle equal to this angle equal to this angle, but all angles are not same. Now types of polygon. So what are the different types of polygon? Already we defined, that is one is convex and concave. Now concave we will not discuss further. So now whatever we are discussing, we are going to discuss in future only on convex polygons. So now on convex polygon only, if a polygon formed with three sides, it is called a triangle. That is, depending on the number of sides, the polygons are further divided into different name. So if the number of sides, depending on the number of sides 3, then this is known as triangle. If number of sides 4, then it is called quadrilateral. If number of sides 5, then this is pentagon. If number of sides 6, then this is hexagon. If number of sides 7, then this is called heptagon. Heptagon. So if number of sides 8, then this is called an octagon. If number of sides 9, then this is called a nonagon. If number of sides 10, then this is called a decagon. So now up to 10, okay. So beyond 10 we will not discuss. So then we will say a polygon with 11 sides, a polygon with 12 sides, like this. So depending on the number of sides, we cannot form, in the definition of polygon we discuss, that is 3 or more, number of sides 3 or more, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 we discuss. So if it is formed with 3 sides, then this is called a triangle. If it is formed with 4 sides, then this is known as quadrilateral. If it is formed with 5 sides, then it is known as pentagon. If it is formed with 6 sides, then this is hexagon. If it is formed with 7 sides, then heptagon. If it is formed with 8 sides, then octagon. If it is formed by 9 sides, then nonagon. If it is formed by 10 sides, then this is known as decagon. So this is depending on the number of sides we can classify in this way: triangle, quadrilateral. So now basically this chapter is understanding quadrilateral, so we will discuss now only quadrilaterals. We will not discuss anymore on triangle or pentagon or hexagon. So now here whatever we discuss, this is formed with 3 sides, triangle. Also triangle also different types. So now we will discuss only quadrilaterals. So this now sides and vertices. So what are the sides and vertices of a quadrilateral? So now see here, ABCD is a quadrilateral. So now this A, B, C, D are the vertices. So they are the connecting point of side AB and AD. A, that is the side AB and AD meet at A. So this is A is known as vertex, B, C, D are known as vertex. The line segment AB, BC, CD and DA are called the sides or arms of the polygon. There are four sides, AB, BC, CD and DA are four sides or also known as arm. Basically we say side. So the point at which the line segment meet is called vertex. So here where the side AB and BC meets at B, so B is vertex. Similarly BC and CD meet at C. Similarly CD and DA meet at A, and AB and AD meet at A. So this A, B, C, D are the four vertices, as well as AB, BC, CD and DA are the four sides of the polygon, that is quadrilateral. Adjacent and opposite sides of a quadrilateral. So say this is ABCD is a quadrilateral. Whatever particular name we will discuss later. Any two sides having a common vertex are called adjacent sides. So now in this figure there are four sides AB, BC, CD and DA. So now common vertex. Say if we consider AB and BC are two sides, they have the common vertex B. So AB and BC is a one pair of adjacent sides. Similarly, if we say BC and CD, so BC and CD they have a common vertex C. So BC and CD another pair of adjacent sides. Similarly CD and DA they are having a common vertex D. So CD and DA another pair of adjacent sides. Similarly DA and AB they have the common vertex A. So DA and AB another pair of adjacent sides. Any two sides having no common vertex are called opposite sides. For example, the sides AB and CD are the opposite sides because they have no common vertex. Now one thing is adjacent sides, another opposite side. Now if they don't have any common vertex, then they are known as opposite side. Now if we consider one pair AB and CD, they don't have any common vertex. So AB and CD is one pair of opposite sides. Similarly, if we say BC and AD, they don't have any common vertex. So BC and AD another pair of opposite sides. For adjacent we are having four pairs of adjacent sides, and for opposite we are having two pairs of opposite sides. Now adjacent and opposite vertices of a quadrilateral. ABCD is a quadrilateral. So now any two vertices having a common side are called adjacent vertices, same as adjacent sides. So if for adjacent sides AB and BC they have common vertex, then they are known as adjacent sides. Similarly adjacent vertices A and B they are connected by a side AB. So then vertex A and vertex B are adjacent vertices. So other pairs of adjacent vertices are B and C. B and C they are connected by the side BC. Similarly C and D they are connected by the side CD, and D and A they are connected by the side DA. They have the common side DA. Any two vertices having no common sides are called the opposite vertices. For example, the vertices A and C are the opposite vertices because they have no common side. A and C they are not having any common side, so they are opposite vertices. Similarly B and D another pair of opposite vertices. So as in side also there are four pairs of adjacent vertices and two pairs of opposite vertices. Adjacent pair of adjacent vertices A and B, B and C, C and D, D and E, four pairs, and opposite A and C and B and C, two pairs of opposite vertices. Now that is we are having three components: vertex, sides, angles. So Any two, now we will discuss adjacent and opposite angles of a quadrilateral. Any two angles having common sides are called a pair of adjacent angles. For example, angle A and B, they are connected, they have a common side AB. Angle A and angle B, they are connected by the side AB. So AB is the common arm or side of angle A and angle B. So angle A is formed with the side AB and AD. Similarly, angle B is formed with the side AB and BC. So if they are having one common side, then they are known as adjacent angle. So angle A and B is a pair of adjacent angles. So other pairs of adjacent angles are adjacent angle B and angle C, they are connected by BC, or they are having the common side BC. Similarly, angle C and angle D, their common side is CD. Similar angle D and angle A, their common side is DA. So these are the four pairs of adjacent angles. Angle A, angle B, one pair, angle B, angle C, another pair, angle C, angle D, another pair, and angle D and angle A, this is fourth pair. Now any two angles having no common sides are called the opposite angles. For example, the angles A and C, angle A and angle C, they don't have any common side, so that's why they are known as opposite angle. Similarly, angle B and angle D, another pair of opposite angle. So this is the three concepts of opposite and adjacent. Opposite angles, adjacent angles, opposite sides, adjacent sides, and opposite vertices, adjacent. So these are the 3 points. That is, in a quadrilateral, basically three things are there: sides, vertex, and angles. Now diagonals of a polygon. So basically we will discuss for quadrilaterals after that. So diagonals of a polygon is a line segment connecting two non-conjugative adjacent, that is, this is the common definition, or we can say for quadrilateral, connecting the opposite vertices. That is, if we connect A and C, so A and C are the opposite vertices of a quadrilateral. Similarly, B and D are the opposite vertices. So if we connect them, so these are known as diagonals. But this is the common definition, it may be for pentagon, hexagon, anything. So non-conjugative, here A and B are the conjugative or adjacent. So if we join AB and AD, they are the conjugative. So other than this, C is there. So if we join from A to C, we get one diagonal. Similarly for B, BA and BC are adjacent, so we have to find out other thing. So BD, we can join from B to D, so BD is another diagonal. In the quadrilateral ABCD, AC and BD are two diagonals. In a quadrilateral, we have only two diagonals, AC and BD. So a quadrilateral has only two diagonals. So now this is a pentagon, that is M, Q, P, O, N. So if we start name M, N, O, P, Q, okay. So now this figure, this is a pentagon, 5 vertices, M, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now if we join from this, if we start from M we cannot join Q. So from M, the non-conjugative is P and O. So if we join this, we get MP and MO. Similarly from N, we get NQ and NP. So now this O, so OM already joined, so we can join OQ. So now when we come to P, so this is PN already joined, and PM, that also already joined. So in this figure, we are having 5 diagonals. So one is MP, MO, 2, this is NQ3, NP4, and OQ5. And this is the only polygon in which the number of sides and number of diagonals are same. This is a pentagon. In a pentagon, there are 5 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and number of diagonals also same. In a quadrilateral, there are 4 sides, but number of diagonals 2. And this is the only figure where number of sides and number of diagonals are same. A pentagon has 5 diagonals. Name of the diagonals MP, MO, NP, NQ and OQ are the 5 diagonals. So number of diagonals of a polygon. For different polygons there is a formula to find the number of diagonals. A triangle has no diagonals. In a triangle we cannot find any opposite, so no diagonals. A quadrilateral has 2 diagonals. A pentagon has 5 diagonals. A hexagon has 9 diagonals. So a polygon of side n, this is the formula, n square minus 3n by 2. Now if we put here n equal to 3, 3 square is 9, minus 3 into 3, n is 3, 9, 9 minus 9, 0 divided by 2, 0, that is for a triangle, no diagonal. If we put n equal to 4, 4 square is 16, minus 3 into 4, 12, 16 minus 12, 4, divided by 2 is 3. So a quadrilateral, that is a polygon having 4 sides, is quadrilateral, is 2 diagonal. Now if we put 5, 5 square is 25, minus 3 into 5, 15, 25 minus 15 is 10, 10 divided by 2 is 5. So pentagon and 5 diagonal. So similarly if we put n equal to 6, 36, 6 square is 36, minus 3 into 6 is 18, 36 minus 18 divided by 2, 18 divided by 2 is 9. So a hexagon has 9 diagonals. So similarly for any polygons with any number of sides we can find the number of diagonals. If we put n equal to 10 we can find this. This is 10 square 100 minus 30. So 70 divided by 2, 35 diagonals. So a octagon must have 35 diagonals. Now types of quadrilaterals. So there are basically there are in general 6 types of quadrilateral. We will discuss one by one. They are trapezium, parallelogram, rectangle, rhombus, square and right. So these are the 6 types of quadrilateral. Now our the name of the chapter is understanding quadrilateral. Now we focus only on quadrilateral. So trapezium is a types of quadrilateral. Now what is quadrilateral? A polygon with 4 sides. Now depending on the length of the sides, measurement of the angles, they are further classified into 6 categories. These are the 6 different categories we are going to discuss. Now what is trapezium? We are going to discuss. Is a quadrilateral with only one pair of opposite sides parallel. So now what is parallel? Must know AB and DC are parallel. Parallel means if we extend them they never intersects. This is the definition of parallel. So here AB is parallel to DC. So here ABCD is a trapezium. In the trapezium ABCD, AB is parallel to DC. So now we must know what is parallel. Definition of parallel: if we extend they never intersect. So this is trapezium. Parallelogram. What is parallelogram? This is a quadrilateral with opposite pair of sides as parallel and equal. Both the pair of opposite sides are parallel. A, B, C, D is a parallelogram. Here AB is parallel to DC as well as BC is parallel to AD. Here ABCD is a parallelogram. Here AB is parallel to DC and BC is parallel to AD. And AB equal to DC. In a parallelogram automatically opposite sides are equal. So we will discuss this in properties also. AB equal to DC as well as BC equal to AD. So this is the parallelogram. Both the pair of opposite sides are parallel. Now next one is, this is properties of parallelogram. So if ABCD is a parallelogram, what are the different properties of different types of quadrilateral? We will discuss. So opposite sides are equal. That means AB equal to DC, also BC equal to AD. Both the pair of opposite sides are equal. Opposite angles are equal. What are the opposite angles? This is angle A. In short, that is, if you write full name, angle DAB is equal to angle BCD. Similarly, angle ABC is equal to angle CDA, or in short we can write angle A equal to angle C and angle B equal to angle D. Diagonal bisect each other, that is bisect each other. Whatever the length of AC, here AO equal to OC. If this is 8 cm, then AO equal to 4, OC equal to 4. And similarly, if BD equal to 6 cm, so BO equal to 3 and OD equal to 3. Bisect each other. this BO equal to OD as well as AO equal to OC separately, both are equal. So this is diagonals bisect each other, and this is the mathematical form, that is AO equal to OC and BO equal to OD. Adjacent angles are supplementary. Now what is adjacent angle? That is angle A plus angle B equal to 180 degree. You must know what is supplementary. Sum of two angles 180 degree. Then they are known as supplementary angles. So angle A plus angle B 180. This angle plus this angle 180 degree. Similarly, angle B plus angle C also 180 degree, and another pair angle C plus angle D 180, as well as angle D plus angle A 180 degree. Adjacent angles are supplementary. Rectangle. Now let us define rectangle. This is a parallelogram with a right angle. Now we can start the definition from polygon itself. So, but if we say this is a parallelogram, now all the properties of parallelogram must satisfy. That is, opposite, both the pair of opposite sides are parallel with one angle 90 degree. Now if one angle 90 degree, definitely if angle D is 90 degree, automatically B is 90 degree. Why? Opposite angles are equal. Also if D is 90 degree, D plus C 180, so C is also 90 degree. All angles are 90 degree. So now here ABCD is a rectangle. It satisfied all the properties of parallelogram in addition to that one angle is right angle. Whatever the definition of parallelogram or whatever the properties of parallelogram, it must satisfy with one additional condition, that is one angle 90 degree. So if one angle is right angle, then all the angles are equal to right angle. So already discussed, if this is 90, B is also 90, D plus C 90, so C is also, no, D plus C 180, so automatically D equal to C equal to 90, and in the same way angle A is also 90 degree. Now properties of rectangle. So whatever we discussed for parallelogram, all properties must satisfy. Opposite sides are equal, that is AB equal to BC, BC equal to AD. Opposite angles are equal, that is angle A equal to angle C, angle B equal to D. Adjacent angles are supplementary, angle A plus B 180, similarly angle B plus C 180. These all must satisfy, that is, in addition to this, all angle 90 degree. All angles 90 means angle A equal to B equal to C equal to D equal to 90 degree. And diagonals are equal and bisect each other. In parallelogram we have only bisect each other, but here equal also. Equal means here AC equal to BD. Whatever the length of AC and length of BD, if AC equal to 8 centimeter, BD is also 8 centimeter, and AO equal to OC equal to BO equal to OD, all half of AC, that is 4 centimeter. So here AC equal to BD as well as AO equal to OC and BO equal to OD, all equal. These four parts also equal. Rhombus. This is a quadrilateral with all sides are equal and the opposite sides are parallel. All sides are equal and opposite sides, that is, this is also a parallelogram with sides equal. In a parallelogram, opposite sides equal. Here we can say adjacent sides equal or all sides equal. So here it is defined in this way. This is a quadrilateral. We start from quadrilateral with all its sides equal, all sides equal, and the opposite sides parallel. Opposite means here AB is parallel to DC as well as BC is parallel to AD. This is the definition of parallelogram. We can start from parallelogram also. So now here ABCD is a rhombus with AB equal to BC, AB equal to BC equal to CD equal to DA, that is all sides equal, as well as AB is parallel to DC and BC is parallel to AD. Now properties of rhombus. All sides are equal, that is AB equal to BC equal to CD equal to DA. After that, second property is opposite angles are equal, that is angle A equal to C as well as angle B equal to D. Diagonals bisect each other at right angles. Now this is three parts. Diagonals bisect each other at right angles, two parts. Diagonals bisect each other, that is AO equal to OC as well as BO equal to OD. Also right angles means this angle 90 degree, they are perpendicular to each other, that is AC is perpendicular on BD, or you can say BD is perpendicular on AC. So here AO equal to OC as well as BO equal to OD, also AC is perpendicular on BD, or we can say angle AOD and equal to angle AOB equal to angle BOC equal to angle COB, all 90 degree perpendicular. Adjacent angles are supplementary, that is parallelogram not satisfied. Angle A plus B equal to 180 degree. Similarly, angle B plus C 180 degree and angle C plus D 180 degree. Now square. Come to square. This is the figure of square. Here ABCD is a square. So angle this see the definition. This is a quadrilateral with all its sides equal and the opposite sides are parallel. Each angle of a square is right. So see the definition. This is a quadrilateral with all its sides equal. That is, this is for rhombus also, all its sides equal as well as all angles 90 degree. Each angle of a square is 90 degree. So this is 90, this is 90, this is 90, all angles 90 degree. So now here ABCD is a square. So AB equal to BC equal to CD equal to DA. All sides equal, as well as AB is parallel to DC, BC is parallel to AD, and angle A equal to angle B equal to angle C equal to angle D 90 degree. All sides equal, all angles equal. So what we discuss in regular polygon. So this is the regular quadrilateral, equiangular and equilateral. So whatever 6, this is the fourth one. So we are discussing. So this is regular. So why regular? This is angle A equal to angle B equal to angle C equal to angle D. All angles are equal as well as all sides are equal, equiangular and equilateral. So now properties of square, all sides are equal. So that is AB equal to BC equal to CD equal to DA. All angles are equal. That is angle A equal to B equal to C equal to D. This is also 90 degree. All angles are right angle. That is, we can write in the same line also. Diagonals are equal, bisect each other. Now this sentence is the combination of 3 parts. Diagonals are equal, that is AC equal to BD. Bisect each other, that means AO equal to OC, PO equal to OD. Also perpendicular to each other at right angles, that is angle AOD equal to angle BOA. So all 90 degree, or we can say AC is perpendicular on BD. So this is here AC equal to BD, both the diagonals are equal. Also AO equal to OC, BO equal to OD, bisect each other. So we can write all this is also equal. Also AC is perpendicular on BD. These are the properties of a square. So now kite. So this is a quadrilateral with 2 pairs of equal adjacent sides but unequal opposite sides. This is here, this is the figure of kite. 2 pairs of equal sides. Here AB equal to AD as well as BC equal to DC. But AB is not equal to BC as well as AD is not equal to BC. To see the definition again, this is a quadrilateral with 2 pairs of equal adjacent sides but unequal opposite sides. So this side and this side are not equal as well as this side and this side are not equal. Opposite sides are not equal but 2 pairs of equal sides. This side equal to this side as well as this side equal to this side. That is AB equal to AD as well as BC equal to DC. Here ABCD is a kite. So this is the figure ABCD. So AB equal to AD and BC equal to DC, but AB is not equal to DC and AD is not equal to BC. Properties of kite. Longer diagonal bisect the shorter diagonal. Only one this at right angles. So here longer. If we see the figure, one diagonal is longer, another is shorter. In this figure, AC is the longer diagonal and BD is the shorter diagonal. So as per the properties, this BO equal to OD as well as these two diagonals are perpendicular to each other. So in this kite ABCD, AC is the longer diagonal and BD is the shorter diagonal. So here BO equal to OD, that is these two parts are equal. BO equal to OD and this BD is perpendicular to AC. So this is the only property of a kite. Now, whatever already we discussed, that is, we classify the polygons